Holy moly, moly, moly.
Good morning, class. First of all, before we start the lesson, let's praise our God, who has given us blessings and comfort so that we can gather in this classroom in a good condition. Secondly, I guess all of you have been wondering, why am I here? Or maybe you've been asking, who is this lady giving us a lecture in the mathematics class all of a sudden? Well, class, for your information, I'm your new mathematics teacher. My name is Sintia, and you can call me Miss Tia. Here, I'm going to teach you mathematics for a year ahead. I really hope all of you enjoy this class, so you can get an A in this subject. Okay, I think the introduction session is enough. So, let's take a look at the material. Okay. Last meeting, you have finished the second chapter, right? Which means today we are stepping up into a new chapter. Can you guess what it is? Yes, that's true. Today we are going to study algebra. We are going to explore numbers, which combined with the famous and the legendary alphabets in mathematics. You must know which alphabets they are, aren't you? Yup, they are X, Y, and Z. Okay, maybe some of you feel scared about X, Y, and Z in mathematics. Actually, you do not need to be afraid, scared, or exhausted about it, guys. X, Y, and Z are super common alphabets you will find in the mathematics. So you have to get used to them. Anyway, algebra is not that hard if you understand how to solve it. You must use your logics and the right way of thinking when you solve algebraic equations so that you can find the value of X, Y, or Z precisely. Algebra may be easy, but let me remind you that it's always tricky. If you don't do the steps to solve the value with the right order, or if you miss just a single small step, well, there's going to be a disaster in a domino effect. It means the next steps and the value you find will become wrong just because a small fault. So once again, I warn you to always do algebra properly, okay? Alright, then let's take a look on the book. You can see on the right corner of the page 105, there is a picture of a Muslim mathematician. He is a well-known mathematician that is always respected by every human being on earth. Can you recognize him? That's right. A mathematician in that picture is Al-Khwarizmi. Al-Khwarizmi contributed so many things in mathematics. One of his fantastic inventions is the chapter that you are going to study right now. Yes, algebra. Al-Khwarizmi is a genius that first invented algebraic system. Are you curious about him? Well, I think I'm gonna tell you a short story about Al-Khwarizmi. Here we go. Okay, so once upon a time, in the Middle East country called Iran, in the year 780, there was born a genius in a Persian family. His name is Muhammad ibn Musa al-Khwarizmi. Years after his birth, he became famous for his mathematical works. Al-Khwarizmi wrote a book on algebra, from whose title the word algebra is derived. And he also wrote a book on calculation that introduced to Europe the Hindu-Arabic numerals and how to do arithmetic with them. Yeah, Al-Khwarizmi. He was a Persian mathematician, astronomer, astrologer, geographer, and a scholar in the House of Wisdom in Baghdad, Iran. At the time, the House of Wisdom was a scientific research and teaching center. He flourished while working as a member there. Al-Khwarizmi developed the concept of the algorithm in mathematics. That's why he is called as the grandfather of computer science by some people. Al-Khwarizmi's algebra is regarded as the foundation and the cornerstone of the sciences. To Al-Khwarizmi, we owe the word algebra from the title of his greatest mathematical work, Al-Kitab Al-Mukhtasar fi Hisab Al-Jabr wal-Muqabalah. His most recognized work is so named after him is the mathematical concept algorithm. The modern meaning of the word relates to a specific practice for solving a particular problem. Today, people use algorithms to do addition and long division. They are principles that are found in Al-Khwarizmi's text, written about 1,200 years ago. It's fantastic, right? Can you imagine it? Al-Khwarizmi was also responsible for introducing the Arabic numbers to the West, setting in motion to a process that led to the use of the 9 Arabic numerals, together with the zero sign. As today, there are 10 numbers such as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Muhammad ibn Musa al-Khwarizmi died in the year of 850, being remembered as one of the most seminal scientific minds of early Islamic culture. At the end of the day, every human being on earth remembers him as a noble scholar and the genius who invented the most important thing in mathematics called algebra. Let's present an applause for him. Well, class, that's the story behind the material that you are going to study. Now, let's take a look at this. Look, the most simple form of algebraic expressions is this. There is only one variable, there is no exponent, and the operation is only addition and subtraction. No multiplication, no division, or any more complex operation. This expression can be read as x plus 2 minus 5 equals 6. Oh, maybe some of you wonders, Miss, how to solve that question? Well, to solve this algebraic equation, we have to do the same towards both sides so that we can get the result in a form of x equals blah blah blah. For examples, in this question, firstly, we give plus 5 to the both sides. So, we get x plus 2 equals 11. Then, we have to give minus 2 to the both sides. And ta-da! Finally, we get the equation such as x equals 9. It's simple, right? If you analyze it, you will find that solving algebraic equation is much similar like solving riddle. You are given a question with an x, and then you have to find out the value of x. You have to remember it, kids. Next, let's move closer into another equation. This one is a little bit more complex because there is a multiplication. Look, 12x equals 96. This 12x means 12 times x. Does anyone have an idea how to find the value of x? Aha, that's correct. We have to give division into both sides. Here, we divide 12x with 12 and 96 with 12. Look, now we get 12x over 12 equals 96 over 12. Then we have to do the operation, so we can get x equals 8. Do you understand? Okay, it's still easy peasy, right? Next question. 1/3 x minus 15 equals 27. Well, in this equation, we have to add both sides with 15, so that we can get 1/3 x equals 42. Then, do you know how to change this 1/3 x into x? Alright, here we have to multiply both sides with 3, which means we get 3 times 1/3 x equals 42 times 3. And what will it become, students? Exactly. Finally, we can get x equals 126. This is the solution. Well, from those 3 questions, you may feel that algebra is not bad, right? It's fun, guys, trust me. If you have any question or if you still wonder about the steps of the solution, you can ask me directly by raising your hand, okay? Next, we have x squared equals 225. Well, we have got exponent. Let's solve this equation together. To make x squared equals into x equals, we have to make square root of x squared and square root of 225. So we get x equals square root of 225. Does anybody remember the value of square root of 225? Genius, kid, genius. It's 15. So, in conclusion, we get x equals 15. The end. Now, we still have many kinds of algebraic equation. For example, this equation, x cubed plus 73 equals 9. Okay, the first step of the solution is you have to subtract both sides with 73. What will you get, students? True. We will get x cubed equals minus 64. The next step will be similar like the previous question, which means we have to put root on the both sides. But remember, here we have x to the power of 3. So we get third root of cubed equals third root of minus 64. Anybody remembers the value of third root of minus 64? True. It's minus 4. So the value of x in x cubed plus 73 equals 9 is minus 4. Alright? I guess some of you are wondering, Miss, can I multiply x with any variable or number? Well, the answer is yes. Yes, kids, you can multiply x with any variable or numbers. Take a look at this equation. 8 times x minus 9 in the brackets equals 80. See, we have multiplication on the left side. So, first things first, we have to work on the left side. Here we multiply 8 with x, and we also multiply 8 with minus 9. That is why we can get 8x minus 72 equals 80. Then we will work as usual with the regular steps. So we add both sides with 72. From there, we can get 8x equals 152. You know what to do next, right? Yeah, we have to divide both sides with 8. So we get 8x over 8 equals 152 over 8. And the solution is x equals 19. But Miss, how about multiplying x with x? Okay, we can also do that. Take a look at this equation. X times x minus 1 in the brackets equals 12. Here, like the previous one, we first work on the left side. We multiply x with x and x with 1. So we get x squared plus x equals 12. Oh no, what should we do? We have x to the power of 2 and x to the power of 1. Calm kids, don't worry. If you don't mind, I subtract both sides with 12. Alright, so we can get x squared plus x minus 12 equals 0. Students, take a look carefully at this equation. This is what we call as quadratic equation. You might be asking, how to solve that, Miss? Well, we have to factorize this equation. So, if we factorize x squared plus x minus 12, we will get x plus 4 in the brackets times x minus 3 in the brackets. Don't forget that both of them are equals with 0. So, the solutions are these factors. You can write x plus 4 equals 0 or x minus 3 equals 0. If we operate both equations, we will get x equals minus 4 or x equals 3. Then, the next equation is 6x squared minus 2x minus 4 equals 0. Again and again, we can factorize this equation into 3x plus 2 in the brackets times 2x minus 2 equals 0. From there, we can get 3x plus 2 equals 0 or 2x minus 2 equals 0. We can simplify 3x plus 2 equals 0 until we get x equals minus 2/3. Then we can also simplify 2x minus 2 until we get x equals 1. So the solutions are x equals minus 2/3 or x equals 1. That's it. Do you understand, guys? Well, I hope you do, and if you still have no idea, once again, you can ask me here by raising your hand. Okay, last question. Look, we have quadratic equation again. So the question is 3x squared minus 10x plus 8 equals 0. So we have to factorize this until we get 3x minus 4 in the brackets times x minus 2 in the brackets equals 0. The solution must be 3x minus 4 equals 0 or x minus 2 equals 0. We can conclude that the values of x are 4/3 or 2. I think that's all from me for today's meeting. I wish I have a nice first impression to you guys, so you won't be afraid of me. Well, if you have questions, you can call me on my numbers or meet me on the teacher's room. Thank you for your attention, and I will see you in the next meeting. Goodbye!